Hi, I'm Jen Allen with Life in Broomfield and owner of Aim Realty. And today I am joined by Julie DiCrescenzo, owner of Snagz by Julie. And she is a local Broomfield resident, business owner, mom, wife, and I'm really thrilled for the opportunity to finally be able to sit down with her. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, gosh, we've just been looking at all of the cute products that you have here. You're getting ready for Broomfield Days. Making sure that you have enough.
Yes.
Which I hope you do.
Me too. Me too.
You have some really great stuff. I would love to talk about what you've created here.
Mm-hmm.
And just tell us kind of how it came to be and anything that you think we really should know about it.
Yes. So my business is reusable sandwich and snack bags. And I would say two parts to how it got started. Mm-hmm. One, I just love to sew, and I really got into sewing a couple years ago. I started sewing baby dresses. I just went nuts. I took classes everywhere I could, and to kind of, I took the Event HQ Center.
Broomfield has some great stuff.
Yes,
oh my gosh,
they had
so cool.
a beeswax wrap. Class, and I think that really inspired this.
Yeah,
was using alternatives to Ziploc bags. I took Marma Design. She's a local lady. Her sip and sew classes.
Yeah.
Those are really fun.
Oh,
so she taught me a lot
dangerous.
too. I know it was. I could only have one. I was I don't want to put a needle through my finger. So
I've done that. So.
Yeah. No, that's not good. So that kind of inspired. Just got me going with first of all installing zippers, because there's a lot of zippers in my product. But about 2 years ago, my son in preschool was, you weren't allowed to have Ziploc bags, which is great. You look at all the Ziploc bags you use in your lunch bags, and I said I could probably sew some sandwich bags, and so I just started sewing them for his lunch, and letting him pick out the fabric, and he picked out dogs or something. And then I started sewing them for my nieces, nephews, family.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law actually said, hey, these are really cool. People would be into this, just, saving plastic, and why don't you sell them? And so he started making them for his local shop in Aurora, and they did. They sold. So it was okay.
Were you pleasantly surprised?
I was. I was wow, this is really cool. So we started off with the, so here's the, sandwich bags.
Yes. And they're lined.
They're lined. They do have this is my favorite part. They do have this waterproof, BPA free, just great lining from a small business in the U.S. that I use for the lining. And that's my favorite part. It's and it's washable.
Yeah. Are there any, do you wash them and then air dry them, or is it okay to put them in the dryer, or is it better to just not?
I say air dry, but you can dry them.
You can.
Yeah, just don't annihilate them in the dryer. But yes, but you can. I dry them all the time. Just be careful. But and you can even wash them out. Sometimes if we've only used it a couple times, we'll just wash them out in the sink.
Oh yeah.
And, use them.
If you don't have peanut butter or something on it, then
exactly.
Oh yeah.
So
that's great.
So this is how this started, and then we have snack bags that we have this set here. This is one of the favorites, are realistic kitties. So we have a snack and a sandwich bag together.
That's great. You can stick that right in the lunchbox.
Yeah. So it's and then we started venturing into. I say we. It's me and my family, my son. We all into reusable grocery bags, and then produce bags, which are really fun.
Yeah, we were talking about those earlier too, because I had never thought about it, but how much plastic I use just going,
with
you
all the
know,
little
up to
plastic
Sprouts and getting.
bags. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I do, I was telling Jen, just like go into the store instead of putting everything in the plastic bags. I put my produce in here, and it's usually a mix of everything. I take it up and I scan it, and then I just use this as the bag, to leave. So
That's so true, because then I end up leaving them in the plastic bags. I don't know what to do with them in the refrigerator, and it makes a mess. And then
it does, and then you forget about it. I'm like, oh, it's this.
It's very
like gushy.
Yes, I hate when
what
that
is
happens.
this?
Yeah. Oh, and they're so cute. And
Thanks.
so is this the vinyl? Is that a vinyl, or is the lining?
Yeah, the lining.
The lining and the mesh. You also sourced those, I think, really in a cool way with utilizing small businesses to build your business.
Oh yeah, so yes, the lining is a family-owned company that I order through Etsy, and then the mesh too. It's small business. I think this is what they do. Like this specialty is this mesh fabric, and so everything I try to order local. Even my business cards, and this was ordered from home business who makes these little business holders and business card holders, and so that's always the first step. And then even with the fabric, we provide reusable service, but also try to be reusable in the business.
Yeah.
Like using, a lot of times my neighbors will donate fabric.
Oh.
And so we're like reusing instead of buying new.
Yeah, that's great.
And then with scraps, I try to make, we have these zero waste napkins. I'll grab this. So like with the scraps, we'll make these zero waste napkins, and I'll put like some nice soft fabric on it. And I use them for, napkins, but also like placemats, for out with the kids. Just kind of throw it down if there's like a dirty table. And
you've got it just right there. I love that you're reusing what you've got, and that you're really being conscientious about all of it. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
So you're going to be at Broomfield Days, so they should be able to find you there. How else can they order?
Oh, so I have, I just set up a website, which is a cool experience, and it's snagsbyjulie.com.
Perfect.
So you can go in there and you can get a hold of me, you can order. Also, like, I love to hear ideas about, like, what we call, zero waste products. I get a lot of people that come up. Yeah, they're like, make freezer. I really like something you put in the freezer, or maybe more. The tote bags, I've been hearing from some of the men, they want something, maybe a little boxier, like, So I said, hey, that could be an idea to come up with next. And I just loved like hearing people's ideas and how they want to reduce waste.
I think
plastic.
That's really cool too. So you've got the website. I think whenever there's some craft events around, have I seen your name pop up?
Yeah, so I did. My first one was the Wonderland Brewery, which is so fun. And then I'm signed up for the Broomfield Santa Cellar workshop at the community center in November.
All right, that's awesome. So they can find you there if they miss you at Broomfield Days. But I love that you've got your website now. That's really exciting. That's a huge step.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun to set up. I did GoDaddy.com, and I just they have a great template to take you through everything. Nice. So yeah,
I love that's another thing I love doing, is talking with business owners about what they've done and how they've done it. I feel like we're always learning from each other, and it's such a great community.
It is. I love it here.
Yeah. So Broomfield. How long have you lived in Broomfield?
I lived here 15 years.
Yeah.
And I love it. I feel like you can you have everything you need.
Yeah.
Like we love McKay Lake and the bay. It's like we have a little water world, for kids here.
Yeah.
And and then you could go to the mall, Flatirons Mall, or you can you still have good restaurants. And being close to the foothills for people visiting.
Yeah.
Taking them there is
easy.
Nice and easy.
We're close to, we were talking about Estes. We're so close to Estes. Yeah. We can get downtown. We can get the Boulder.
Yeah, oh, totally. Yeah, Boulder, and Boulder's kind of like an icon now. Like everyone wants to go to Boulder and check it out.
They just want to see
Right now,
it,
they just want to
right?
see it. Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's go see it. And then I can go to Trader Joe's.
Right, exactly. Which we need here.
Yes.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe in the old Safeway or something. I don't know.
I just can't even tell you how excited I am for whatever they end up doing with that space. We just, I keep looking. They're still doing it.
Me too. I was like,
there's a timeline. It's online. What restaurants do you guys like? Do you go out to eat anything local? I know you guys cook, so
we do cook. So big Italian family. We do Sunday dinners. A lot of like macaroni.
Yeah.
Speaking of Broomfield, my in-laws all moved out here from New York, and
Yeah.
they stayed here. They love Broomfield. They're all like
They moved and
one
stayed.
neighborhood over, so we get together for Sunday dinners.
Yeah.
But I would say since I have a kindergartner, we usually end up at like Abo's, any pizza place,
Yeah,
Marco's,
Abo's pizza.
Abo's. I used to like Blaze Pizza by the Walmart.
It's kind of here
And no,
gone.
I missed it. It was so good. It had those like little pizzas for my son, and then the Scalzotos. I mean, that was more when we have date night, but that's a good place too.
It is so good.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier, and since your in-laws are here now, they're probably taking advantage of a lot of the great services that are around here for. I feel like they don't want to be called senior citizens.
Right.
There's a better term for that, for older
active
adults.
adults.
Active older adults. There's, I'm sure, an appropriate term for that.
Yeah.
But we were talking about how it's a great community, not only for kids, so we have, the kids and enjoy the bay, but there's so many great things like the silver sneakers and the free rides.
And some of that, I see in the rec book, they'll have trips.
Yeah,
like, I want to go on those. They'll go to like ghost tours, and they'll go to like Central City, or they'll go tour like an old mine, or
so cool.
I was like, I love that, and you just show up and
almost makes you like ready to like, let's go
totally
keep getting older. That's okay. There's cool stuff to do here no matter what.
Exactly. They'll pick me up at my house. Let's go.
That sounds awesome.
Yes.
Now we just need something for us. Like, okay. The ladies in the 40s. What are you gonna get us all together and do something?
Yeah, Broomfield shuttle up. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So,
well, I just really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today. Is there anything else that we might have missed that you think would be good for them to know? I know we covered it.
You know what? I would say, stop by the Broomfield Days and say hi.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've done it, and I think we're going to be, if you look on the Broomfield Days map, we'll be like area tent 6 or something, but we're going to be by the food court. Yes.
Ooh, that's the perfect place for you.
Yes, in the park.
You could be like, do you have some leftovers?
Yeah.
I have a way for you to transport those.
Exactly. Love that. And I can take some home. I mean, I got bags, so but yeah, by the park, the Girl Scout park, I think there's Girl Scouts park, and I think that's it. And if you want to reduce, I'd say just plastic waste in your life, like this is a good way to do it. Or just for me, even like the produce bags, it's like the ease of it too. I just throw my produce in here at the store, take it out, weigh it, and then put it back in here. So and I think the biggest challenge with reusable is just remembering to bring your bags in the store, right?
Yes. I can't tell you how many times I've been behind somebody in the store and they're like,
I know,
I meant to grab my bag.
Yes. Yeah. So that's it.
But once you get in the habit, it's a great habit to be in.
It is. It's even like maybe put on a little like green ribbon or something in your car.
Yeah, you're
like,
that's okay.
That's
do before I
go
in.
So usually I'm hungry when I go, which isn't good.
Yes. No, then you're not thinking about it.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'm just thinking about food. So but yeah, come check us out. And again, it's snagsbyjulie.com, and appreciate buying local, supporting local business.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. And when you support local, it all goes back in the community.
Exactly.
So it's really
and
nice.
It just continues that cycle, which that's what excites me about this. So
definitely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.